I'm finally back. I think it's been like a year and a half or something like that. But it was never my intention to be gone for so long. Like some things happened, life happened, and it just couldn't be helped. But I'm back now. I don't plan on taking a hiatus like that again. I'm gonna be here as frequently as I possibly can. And today I'm reviewing Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball is something that I love and have been a fan of for a very long time, since I was a little kid watching Toonami airing DBZ, and since then I've watched all the TV specials, the original Dragon Ball anime and Dragon Ball Z numerous times, and Dragon Ball GT of course, and Dragon Ball Super, as well as those movies. And now we're here with Dragon Ball Daima, which is unfortunately the last work of the late Akira Toriyama, and he gave me something to look forward to for years, something that inspired me to work harder and to better myself, as his characters do in the anime and the manga. And actually there might be a movie. I heard that there might be a movie coming out that Akira Toriyama worked on. I don't know if those rumors are true, but hopefully they are, because Akira Toriyama was a great writer. He's known for forgetting things. That's something that's known in the fandom. Toriyama's been known for forgetting his own content and making mistakes, like the way he forgot Launch and Dragon Ball Z. But I mean, we'll see. Now, first I want to discuss the animation, because it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know when Dragon Ball Super is going to come back, or if it's going to come back, but whenever it does, I would love for this to be the animation style for that, because it was so crisp, so clean, like the lighting, the shading, all the details that they put into it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, I've heard some people say that they prefer like the older style, like the style that was used when Dragon Ball Z was running, and I don't really have a preference between either of them, because for me, they were both peak for their time, right? Like back then, you weren't gonna get anything that looked like it was made in 2024. And if you had something that was animated like it was made in 1996, then you'd be looking at it like it's outdated, because it is. Both animation styles to me are peak for their time, and they're both equally as great. But obviously it's 2024, you want something newer, something more crisp, clean, like the way we got with Dragon Ball Daima, and I am all for it, and hopefully it remains consistent throughout the entire series. Like, I don't want any more moments like with Dragon Ball Super. Like, I don't want any more of this. Like, this cannot happen again. And for all the praise that Dragon Ball Super Broly received, Dragon Ball Super Broly also had issues. Like, for the majority of the movie, it was beautiful, but there were scenes that were horribly animated, just like episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super. So, like, this I don't want to see happening again. Like, if there's specific moments where it happens, I get it, mistakes happen all the time, but entire scenes with bad animation, like, that cannot be happening. Now, as for the lore, I'm really happy that Dragon Ball is now finally exploring the Demon Realm, which we've kind of seen in Dragon Ball, and then it's been talked about in Dragon Ball Z with Dabura being the king of the Demon Realm, but we've never actually gotten a chance to explore it. They've just briefly mentioned it a few times, and from my understanding, the Demon Realm is within the living worlds of the Dragon Ball macrocosm, and it's like the negative. It's like the opposite side of a coin. It's the same size of the universe from my understanding. It's just like a mere opposite to our universe. Like, that's, I guess, as simple that I can explain it. But we finally get to explore it, and we get to see that Supreme Kai Shin has a brother named Degasu, and I don't know, I always thought like he looked kind of purple to me, like a lightish purple, but in Dragon Ball Daima, for whatever reason, it's kind of like on the pinker side. So yeah, like Degasu is Supreme Kai or Shin's brother, and he's kind of like a pinkish color. And there's also Dr. Aransu, who is the elder sister of Degasu. I don't know if she's younger or older than Supreme Kai, but yeah, apparently there's a whole family thing going on, and apparently Supreme Kai is now part of the Demon Realm, which I'll touch on in a second. Now, I don't know if Degasu is a Makaio Shin or the Supreme Kai for the Demon Realm. I don't believe it was ever stated in the first episode. Maybe it might be in further episodes. Maybe it was stated in promotional material. I'm not entirely sure, but for now I'm gonna go with no. But that would be cool if there was like a Supreme Kai for the Demon Realm, because it's like a polar opposite of our world. Now, something that I really did not expect is apparently anyone who has pointy ears originates from the demon realm, which would include Supreme Kai. It would include Kibito, the old Kai. It would also include Namekians, which I believe just like the point of origin for them was the planet Namek. So like what happened? Did one or many come from the demon realm and just wish for their own planet, or did they just pick a planet and say, hey, that's ours? How did that work? So hopefully they explain that, because I did not see that coming. I mean, even though that King Piccolo was called Demon King Piccolo, I mean, they could just simply mean demon as in he's evil, not necessarily that he came from the demon realm, and I seriously doubt they were thinking about that. Like, Akira Toriyama was thinking about that when he created King Piccolo. I think demon just meant evil. But apparently anyone with pointy ears is from the demon realm, and apparently Majin is also a race. I thought that was just like a video game thing, because I think it was in Xenoverse that Majin was a race, but apparently it's a race from the demon realm. So Dragon Ball Daima is really like opening up a lot of new things to explore that we didn't have before, that maybe might have been mentioned in something like a video game or like theories online, but now we get to explore more, and I'm really excited for it. Something I found crazy was that Neva the Namekian apparently hasn't seen a Namekian for over 1,000 years, so I guess that explains when the Namekians came to the normal realm, I guess, or maybe he just wasn't in like close proximity in the general vicinity of any other Namekians. I don't know, but it's crazy how he's able to take the Dragon Balls, like not the Dragon Balls from the Demon Realm, which apparently he created, but the Dragon Balls that Dende manages. He was able to just retrieve them from any point on the planet all the way to the lookout, and then just restore them even though they were turned to stone. So is that like a Namekian thing? Is that just anybody who creates the Dragon Balls can go to any realm, any planet where Dragon Balls are created, and just kind of manage them as if they're the creator? Like, how does that work? Like, so hopefully they explore that and explain that later, because that was a little confusing. And also the fact that Kibito and Shin are no longer fused by Potara, because when deities fuse using Potara earrings, it's permanent, and for mortals it's 1 hour, or at least that's what was stated in Dragon Ball Super. But when deities do it, it's permanent, and I believe they use the Dragon Balls in Dragon Ball Super in order to defuse, and that's cool. But in the Battle of Gods arc, Kibito Shin was there, like the fusion between Shin and Kibito was present. And Dragon Ball Daima takes place before Dragon Ball Super, and yet they're defused. Apparently they used the gas within Majin Buu, which I always suspected. I mean, not necessarily gas, but like some element within Majin Buu's body, because back then the whole 1 hour thing wasn't true. Potara fusion was supposed to be permanent, and Vegito still defused within Majin Buu's body, so evidently there's something within his body that just prevents fusion. Maybe the fusion dance as well, I don't know, but at least Potara fusion like defuses within Majin Buu's body, and that's the method that they used in Dragon Ball Daima. However, in Dragon Ball Super, the first arc, they were still fused, and now this takes place before Dragon Ball Super, and they're defused. So are they going to fuse again by the end of the series? Is this like another one of those things that Toriyama forgot, that he's known for forgetting? Like, we'll see. But I mean, I'm loving this so far. I miss Dragon Ball dearly. I wish the Dragon Ball Super anime would come back. I am so hyped to see all these new arcs, and hopefully they do them a little better in the anime. Like, I understand the details will differ a little bit or a lot depending, but I'm excited. I'm honestly just happy to be watching Dragon Ball, which, I mean, we haven't seen anything since like 2018 aside from the movies and also the manga. But like the manga arcs, I believe it's been 3 arcs since then. They've been done horribly. Like, there's a few good elements, a few good moments to them, but overall the manga has been really bad. And they took like almost an entire year to do the superhero movie in an arc all over again, so they're wasting time. And I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans who are really upset that they're just wasting everybody's time and not giving us what we want. We want the Dragon Ball Super anime, or at least a new arc, something creative, something new, not a rehash of a movie we've already seen. So Hopefully, there's nothing but good things from this moment on. I'm looking forward to the next episode of Dragon Ball Daima. I'm gonna try to do it episode by episode. I can't really guarantee it, but I'm gonna try. But at the very least, I will watch the entire series, however many episodes it is, and review it afterwards. But let me know what you think in the comment section, what you thought about this first episode. I loved it, but if you disagree, let me know. Please hit that like button. It does help me a lot to push my content out there. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will catch you in the next video. See you then. Bye-bye.